Mr. Alfred, can you introduce yourself to our readers?
Yes, my name is Alfred LeMaitre. I'm a freelance book editor and project manager based in Cape Town. I'm originally from Canada. Lived in Cape Town for 18 years.
Thank you so much. You are an editor and a project manager. Can you share with our readers how you traveled your life journey up to this end?
Well, I've been working in the publishing industry for 20 years or so. Started very low down as a researcher, just getting bits of information for editors, and then I moved gradually into the editing field, and as I got more experience with doing editing, I was able to become a project manager, which involves leading a project and managing a team of freelancers, people like proofreader, indexer, designer. So we work as a team.
Okay, thank you. What prompted you to join this career?
Well, I love books. I love reading. I think that's the starting point. Ever since I was a child, I loved to read, and when I finished my education, I really wanted to become involved in making books, putting them together, and being involved in every stage of the creation of the book. So that was how I chose my career.
Maybe somehow during your lifetime there was somebody who inspired you. Can you name any person who inspired you?
I'm not sure I could single out one specific person, but possibly my father, who's a very learned man, who encouraged us to read and be curious about the world, and just to be on the always looking for new knowledge and new things to find out.
What could you be doing if you were not an editor or a manager, project manager?
Well, some people say you could be a writer, and I've sometimes considered that. I don't think I'm cut out to be a writer, but it's definitely something that you could do. I studied history at university, so that's a big area of interest. So I might be a history teacher if I didn't become an editor.
Thank you so much. What lessons do some of your books have for the youth?
That's a difficult question because I work on many different types of books in many different areas. I think the lesson is probably that in every book there's something, some knowledge or wisdom or thought that you can take away and will make your life more richer and more varied.
Thank you so much. When people grow up, at times they emulate somebody's work or something else. Now, what were your dreams at childhood?
I wanted to be an archaeologist, to study ancient civilizations, but I didn't pursue that.
Why did you decide to?
I think I just became interested in other things.
Okay, thank you so much. In your view, is the government doing much to tap youth into writing career? If not, what is missing?
I think more could be done to encourage people to read books, to engage with books. I think it's if VAT was not charged on books, it would encourage people to read more. I think there are definitely campaigns that could be done to encourage people to read, and government does that. But it really starts in the schools, very early on, and unless young people take an interest in reading and books and ideas early, it's very hard to make that change later on.
Thank you. Out there are book publishers who have informative books, but they find it difficult to sell their books. What advice can you give to them so that they can find a lucrative market?
That's also a difficult question. I think every publisher is looking for a lucrative market and better ways to sell their books. And it's even more of a difficult today with cell phones and video games. And there's so much competition in the market. I think the best advice is that if you're publishing a book, it must be a great story, well written, well edited. I have to say, being an editor, and and that you promote it at every opportunity you can in the media, on social networks. Just the message just has to be going out all the time. And but if you have a great story, people will come to read it.
Thank you so much. Youth out there, when they grow up, they go to universities, but at times they find it difficult to choose their own career path. What's your advice on the youth when choosing a career path?
I think it would be to do what you're interested in. If you have an interest, follow that, and the opportunities will come. I think but you have to have that interest, that passion, that engagement with the subject or a job, or it must be something you want to do.
Thank you so much. Are you married? And how do you balance your work and the family? Remember, family is a big job again.
I as a freelancer, I work from my home, so sometimes you have to separate work life and home life. But I keep very office hours, so I work from 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, and then it's home time. So you have to keep things separate. Because family is very important, and you also have to switch off when your work is done and relax. I'm a disappointed Argentina fan, so that watching football is a great way to relax.
Thank you so much. Your last word of advice to our readers, if you have anything to say to our readers, anything you want to say to our readers.
I think if you're interested in books and reading, just read it as much as you can. Anything. It doesn't have to be the great classics or the complicated books. Magazines, newspapers. You must be always picking up information, new ideas, what's going on. It's a never-ending process. So you're always learning. So you must always keep looking for new knowledge.
Thank you so much. That's the end of our interview.
Okay.
Thank you.